Honestly, the world has gone through some scary stuff. Over the years, the world has been struck by countless catastrophes, including several diseases that have threatened the life of mankind. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Top 5. I'm your host for today, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll be bringing you the top 5 scary diseases throughout history. Starting off this countdown, we have malaria. The malaria pandemic is regarded as one of the most devastating pandemics. Malaria is spread from mosquitoes infected by a parasite. The mosquito ends up transmitting the disease into a person's bloodstream. From there, the disease makes its way to the individual's liver where it reproduces. As a result, it infects the red blood cells, which in turn affects the blood traveling to the vital organs. According to the World Health Organization, every 2 minutes a child dies of malaria, and every year 200 million new cases of malaria are reported. Malaria is primarily found in tropical regions around the world, but it is said that it affects more than 100 countries. In 2010, around 219 million people were infected by the disease, and 660,000 died from it. Currently, it is said that 1 million people are killed from malaria every year. What's scary is the fact that a person infected by malaria might not show any symptoms for up to a month. In rare cases, it could take up to a year before the individual becomes sick. Moving on, we have fatal insomnia. Fatal insomnia is a disease just as it sounds: death from lack of sleep. But it's more serious than just that. So there are two forms of fatal insomnia: familial and sporadic. Familial is inherited as a result of a mutated gene. The sporadic insomnia just occurs sporadically without a genetic mutation. This disease causes a severe case of insomnia. At first, symptoms may be minor like forgetfulness or weight loss, but it will get progressively worse, leading to an impaired autonomic nervous system, which is responsible for your involuntary processes like breathing, heart rate, and body temperature regulation. Other symptoms include double vision, problems swallowing or talking, and random eye and body spasms. Eventually, the individual will experience dementia before dying. It is said that people can die after a few months or a few years. Now, there is no cure for this disease. In fact, sleeping pills don't work, but instead worsen the symptoms and speed up your death. This disease can affect individuals of any age. But you shouldn't worry, because about only 40 families worldwide have this mutated gene. So don't worry, unless you're one of those 40 lucky people. In our third spot, we have the FleshEating Disease, otherwise known as necrotizing fasciitis. FleshEating disease is a severe and fast-spreading bacterial infection. Now, it is pretty rare to get, but if you do, it is very deadly. In fact, in some cases, infected individuals can die within 12 to 24 hours. Basically, this deadly bacteria can enter your body through multiple ways. It can enter during a surgery or injury, childbirth, insect bites or blisters, cuts, and scrapes, or even from puncture wounds like needle injections or if you're giving blood. In fact, my friend's uncle got it after getting blood work done, and he lost his leg as a result. Alright, so everyone has a bacteria called group A strep that is on their outer layer of skin. It's completely harmless on the outside, however, if it gets on the inside from a wound, that's when it can cause necrotizing fasciitis. So once it's in your body, the bacteria can quickly start spreading, releasing destructive toxins. This ends up destroying your skin, fat, and muscles before making its way into your bloodstream. Symptoms include red or purple skin, small red bumps on the skin, bruises that appear to be spreading fast, severe pain, and the skin might open and ooze. It can also cause gangrene, which results in the tissues in your body dying from a lack of blood. As a result of this disease, you may need to get parts of your body amputated to stop the spread. It is said that it kills about 1 in 4 people infected with it. According to the Center for Disease Control, there are up to 11,000 cases reported in the States each year, with an average of 2,000 deaths annually. So next time when you say, oh, it's just a paper cut, maybe it's something more. Making our way down the list, at number 2 we have smallpox, sometimes referred to as the speckled monster. Smallpox is caused by the variola virus, and it is highly deadly and contagious. It is said that in the 20th century it killed anywhere from 300 to 500 million individuals. In fact, every 3 out of 10 individuals who got it died. The survivors were often left badly scarred or even blind. The death rate for infants was extremely high, being 80 to 98%. Now, we don't know exactly when smallpox made its appearance. It is hypothesized that it dates back to the 3rd century BCE, since references to smallpox were found in ancient Sanskrit texts. Also, smallpox type rashes were found on 3 mummies. Smallpox was easily spread through body fluids or close contact, contact with contaminated clothing or bedding, or airborne droplets. Symptoms may include flu-like symptoms before a rash starts to develop all over your body. This rash then turns into pus-filled sores. Then these scab over, leaving permanent scars. During the wars in 1754 to 1767, smallpox was used as a biological weapon by British soldiers. Then in the 1980s, the Soviet Union turned variola into an aerosol biological weapon. In order to try and find a cure against smallpox, they first had a process called variolation. Basically, they would take some material from smallpox sores and then scratch it into another person's skin. Or they would blow dried smallpox scabs up a person's nose. This caused people to only get some symptoms though, and only some died. Then in 1796, a doctor named Edward Jenner continued with multiple other experiments. He ended up discovering that milkmaids that got cowpox did not get smallpox. They seemed immune to it. Dr. Jenner's work paved the way for the vaccination as we know it today. And in our number 1 spot, we have the Black Plague, otherwise known as the Black Death. In the 14th century, the world was struck by the most deadly disease outbreak in history. In fact, to this day, it is still regarded as the worst catastrophe in human history. This plague was spread from rodents like rats or from flies that were infected with this bacteria. Then it moved on to infecting humans. The bacterium that caused the plague is called Yersinia pestis. The Black Plague spread fast since it was highly contagious. In fact, the mere touching of clothes was said to spread it. This disease tore through Europe, killing half of Europe's population in a span of 4 years. So it first arrived in Europe after 12 ships docked at the Sicilian ports. Many of the crew on the ships were dead. Others were covered in black boils. People infected by the plague would have their neck, armpits, and thighs swell, and it would turn black. They would typically die within 12 hours of being infected. The total death toll of this plague is theorized to be around 75 million people. Other people think it killed up to 200 million individuals. In fact, the song Ring Around the Rosie is said to be written about the Black Death, a pocket full of posies, type of flower, and in fact some people would carry around flowers and other objects to try and prevent the disease. It ends with "we all fall down," as in we all die, and the Black Plague was very deadly. And that's it for today's video. As always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and comment something down below. And of course, hit that bell notification and subscribe to Top 5 Scary videos for more scary content. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you.